The habit you need to get rid of, your brain will protect the most. Understanding this will help you defeat your bad habits. If you have self reflection, understand maybe what things you should change in your life. Whether you smoke, you drink, you party too much, you scroll on your phone, etc. I could give you reasons and other examples more and more. But if you look at the one thing, if you can sit down and journal and think about the one thing you should truly get rid of, it's going to be the thing that your mind protects the most. The one that builds barricades, excuses to protect that addiction and keep it in your life. I'm Maxwell, and I help teach young men find purpose in life. And today I want to talk about battling your addictions. For me, as an example, I was addicted to smoking for many years. It's something that I always kept in mind, and I would protect no matter what. I would fill excuses and things in my mind, which hindsight, yeah, smoking's terrible for you. Or scrolling on your phone's bad for you. Addictions like that took over my life. And when I would sit down and think about if I should get rid of them, my mind built barricades because I was so addicted and neurotic when I didn't have that substance, that tick in my brain that made me smoke or scroll on my phone, that it built barricades and said, no, this is actually a good thing. Don't quit smoking because it helps you with stress. It keeps you focused. Don't quit the comforts in life because those things are nice and enjoyable. Sorry, there's like dust in my room. But they will stop yourself from quitting these things. If you are in self-improvement and working towards a betterment of yourself physically and mentally, you have to cut things out of your life, but it will be so difficult and hard that your mind will tell you otherwise. And when it comes to the steps to actually stop yourself from these bad habits, to finally get rid of them, is the grand gesture. Of course, maybe you can build up the discipline. For example, if you're addicted to scrolling on your phone, you can keep that there, but just have the willpower not to scroll. But how many times does that actually work? How many times do you say, oh, I just won't look up porn, but you end up doing that and jerking off? You say you have this great willpower that you can keep it there, but you end up falling back again. So maybe this grand gesture, this big sacrifice needs to be deleting Instagram or TikTok, or taking all your substances. You know, if you drink, if you smoke. One time I round up everything I had and I just threw it away. I finally took my vape and I just poured water all over it and I threw it away. And then I knew it was going to be more friction and harder to get that satisfaction, that addiction back into my life, because then I would have to go out of my way and get it into my life, go purchase another vape, so forth. So that extra friction, this grand gesture, this big thing of, oh, I'm never going to do it again. Sure, maybe you will fail, but that big gesture actually helps. And also understanding when it comes to addictions or any life-changing thing in your life is the momentum, is understanding that you're gonna fail, you're gonna relapse. If you're addicted to porn, you can sit down and think, all right, I jerk off 4 or 5 times a month. You know, next month, I'm gonna try my hardest not to do it at all, but I am gonna be happy if I get to 4, then 3, then 1, then 0, and so forth, until you progressively overload your discipline to not to do something. And other things like sitting down and journaling, because I believe if you can change how you think up here, you can completely 180 your life. Because I was thinking recently when I was coming to understanding my addictions and bad habits in my life was just don't do them. And you say, oh, no shit, Sherlock, just don't do them. It's harder than that. Yeah, I understand, but what if it was just stop doing them? So you need to build a character creation of writing down, like I made a video about this, is you write down who you want to become and the new version of yourself, of what you do and don't do. And when you build this idea of this new identity of you that does and doesn't do certain things, eventually you will believe it. When you work towards this idea of who you need to become, eventually you will trick yourself and just believe that you are that person. And no longer will you think, oh yeah, I'm the dude that vapes, but I'm the dude that doesn't just do it. I didn't quit, I just don't do it. So you truly need maybe a big gesture to finally throw that stuff away and understand that it's going to try to creep back into your life. You're going to make excuses, you're going to be weak. But you also need to have the idea of the new individual that you're becoming. You're a young man on discipline that needs the sobriety to realize the discomfort in his life so he can take back what is his and fill himself with thumos and vitality and take and mold his reality into what he wants. And he needs to be free, not chained down by any addictions. So right now you're thinking about, oh yeah, I should probably quit this and that. But there's that one side of your mind that tells you do not leave your bad habits, because it is in love with that so much that it is chained down to your conscience, that you're finding excuses right now not to quit that one habit. But I tell you right now, just listen to me and shut up those thoughts and quit it right now. No BS, no excuses. Free yourself for once, and you will be so grateful when you look back into the future and you say, I'm glad that I finally gave up that one handicap. So you know what to do. If you need more tips, check out my channel. Subscribe, comment down below, and I'll see you on the next one.